Hey everybody, this is Katie. This is Megan, and we're the angel that says fuck. So, I've never introduced us like that before, but it fucking works. So.
We hope that
one of us has to talk.
Yeah, that this Mercury retrograde hasn't been too crazy for you. I don't think it's been that real crazy. It's been pretty minor, like little minor mishaps here and there, but besides that, it's been pretty smooth, I think. Of course, now she's gonna start drinking when it's her time to talk.
That's the kind of day we're having, folks. Yeah, emotionally, actually, like, it's been harder to intellectualize emotion, which is what a Gemini moon loves to do. And I've been feeling things a lot deeper, and I'm kind of looking forward for this retrograde to be over. It's making it a lot harder for me to communicate. I am a natal Mercury retrograde, but it's in fire, not water. So I have a hard time with this energy a little bit more because it makes me feel a little bit more dense.
Yeah.
Luckily, Cancer is... No, that's... Leo's my third house. Cancer, yeah. Anyway.
What is this reading for?
This reading is for the July 31st new moon in Leo. And it's going to be at 8 degrees in Leo, exact at 8:11 p.m., 11:11 p.m. Eastern Standard. The Sabian symbol for... I've decided to do Sabian symbols because they're really cool.
They're interesting.
So,
I like them. We've been looking at them lately.
2 degrees per... 2 symbols per degree, it seems like. So I wrote down both.
It technically will depend on if you're the like beginning part of the degree or the latter. Like,
right. We're talking about more about minutes here. So I believe, so this would be 8 degrees Leo. Sabian symbol, a communist spreading his revolutionary ideas, which is really, really good because there's some Uranus transits that are active during this time. So that is like right on par for Uranus energy is revolutionary ideas. The second Sabian symbol is a glass blowers shape beautiful vases with their controlled breathing. So that's a really excellent way of like saying that that's a way to get through this energy is to pace yourself with breathing. Okay, so another theme of this moon is people are going to be feeling more close to their family roots. Like, we'll talk about like the nostalgia, memories, maybe hanging out with, like, having family reunions or occasions to get together, or somebody has a birthday and everybody gets together. So it's something that you want. Maybe everybody has a homecoming for a certain reason, or an old person brings everybody together for a reason, but it's very family oriented energy. So everybody's going to be very conscientious of where they came from, whether it be their bloodlines, old or new. It could be past lives coming up. So it could be any way this could manifest. So keep that in mind. And the other active energies during this time, we'll have Moon conjunct Venus. That will be a desire for love, equanimity, abundance, and harmony in relationships. So we'll be wanting to have everything be as soft and as lovely and as yummy as possible during this time, which sounds good to me. Leo energy is very loving. It's warm. It's excited. It's entertaining. It's wanting to express itself and be very loving.
It's strength.
It doesn't hold back. It's caring at all. So it would be a very lovely energy there. Moon square Venus, which would be a need for freedom in a relationship. So while we're getting that desire to be close with each other, we're also having the juxtaposition, that off-on feeling of wanting to have a little bit of elbow room in the relationship as well. And being able to express yourself entirely without worrying about hurting the other person or having somebody get their feelings hurt because you're expressing yourself. People just want that freedom just to cut loose. And the other transit we're having is Venus square Uranus, which is another call for space and freedom in relationships and boundaries, taking actions, turning relationships upside down for a new perspective. This is going to be feeling flippy-floppy a little bit, but if you stay in your heart, this will be stimulating, giving people new creative energy. It's going to birth new art. There's probably going to be a lot of good stuff people are making this weekend out of the blue. The sage is really getting up my throat. It's like blowing right in my face. Anyway.
Stop breathing so heavy.
I can't help it. Anyway.
Okay.
Anyway. So it's going to be pretty exciting. If you have any Leo placements, this is going to be especially stimulating to you in particular.
Do you have any?
My point of fortune is in Leo, and also my IC. So likely I'll strike it rich in Leo season. Or it's very lucky for me. So
my Mars is in Leo.
Mind. And it's in the 11th house. And my Leo point of fortune is in the 3rd house. So it will be, for me, expressing its way through the Gemini house. So I'll have luck through communication and love, and be able to somehow capitalize on that eventually in my life. Like that's probably showing my feelings is going to be the way right to my pocketbook, which is super hard for somebody with 12th house placements. Let's just rip it right open. Why don't you? Like, it'll be worth it though.
Not bad though.
No, it's good. And so for everybody else, for you, like if you're Libra rising, so this is a little bit of an astrology lesson. If your Leo placements would be like more acting with your social groups, your friends, the people around you, how you express your caring, how you go out of your way for them, how you claim your space, how you bask because it's in Leo. So how you show everybody how you bask and flex and kind of just do Leo shit, and like, so that's not bad. Or maybe you'll be like the feminine lioness and you'll actually catch some prey out of your crowd.
That would be nice.
Right there. That would be nice. Okay, so the organs influenced during this time are going to be heart. If that's anything to do with it, heart, aorta, blood pressure, blood circulation. The chakras that are influenced during this time are your solar plexus, which is right here, and your heart chakra. So they'll be very stimulated during this time. So if you want to help that, start eating some plants, good plants like the dude plants. Eat things like sunflower. Eat sunflower seeds. Get some sunflowers in your house. Stimulate that with get oranges and pineapples and things that are of the chakra colors.
I thought it was super interesting that we pulled over on the side of the road and picked a sunflower bouquet
the day before Leo season started, and then the next day we had nothing but sunflowers to look at.
In the living room. I just thought it was really interesting.
It was exactly what needed to happen. So that's exactly, we were just going with whatever instinct, and it just happened to be the perfect thing to do. If you want, I believe, some stones, if you're into like gemstones, what you'd want is like carnelian, some citrine. I think you might want tiger's eye. Check me if I'm wrong. So those are all good stones. So I'm wrong? What are they then?
I don't know.
Anyway, so that's pretty much it. Okay. So the card blessing. Everybody we always, I don't know if you've never watched us before, we like to ask everybody to bring their family if, it's a good time, because our roots are going to be very highlighted and deep at this time. So go ahead and invite your family members that are living or past, or anybody's energy that you think has your best interest at heart. Your deities of choice, your ancestors, your helpers, your teams, your guides, everybody, your angels.
Your team.
Get them in here so that we can deliver the right messages. Tell them to bless our voices so that we only filter through what you need to hear. And we ask that our egos be removed so that we only deliver the clearest, most concise messages, and that, especially during our own signs readings, that we don't get our egos in the way for it. Okay, that feels really good. Okay, cool. So we're going to do Aries through Pisces, and then do an oracle card, which is going to be from the
brand new deck.
A brand new deck. We've kind of put this on Instagram here and there a little bit. It's the Ask and It Is Given cards by Esther and Jerry Hicks, which we decided to go ahead and have our little Abraham plant be a guest star, because it seemed like a really good idea to have Abraham guest star while we read from Esther and Jerry Hicks cards. So that is going to be our setup. So
we'll touch base on that at the end.
If you want a more thorough reading, go ahead and look at your sun, moon, and rising reading, if the signs, and also your Venus, to get a more in-depth style reading. Give you an idea of what it might be like to have a private reading with Megan and I. So
you'll start us off, of course, with Aries.
All right, so it's Aries time.
I don't know if you guys can actually hear like the playlist that we have in the back, but I'm actually really enjoying it. I'm like grooving to it. Like I said, like it's kind of helping me get into like the energy a little bit. Like.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Okay. Oh shit.
All right, so there's success and public recognition coming along. This Leo's definitely Leo energy is a trine to Aries, so this is going to feel really good. However, Chiron's in Aries, so we're going to be learning some lessons about the people that are around us, and whether or not everybody has our own some people just aren't excited when you succeed, and we'll get to find out who those people really are.
I pulled the High Priestess for this new moon in Leo for Aries.
This is a quiet, humble style of knowing that you're going to be successful, and you're not intentionally rubbing it in people's faces, but they see you coming up, and you see them seeing you, and you don't really have to say shit about it. This is true knowledge.
Right. I feel like with new moons, that's just kind of like newness in general, and you could really be coming into the energy of...
You're really clear on what you want to have manifest for you.
Absolutely.
It's good. And what I like about the High Priestess card is she's the one that checks in with her nervous system, and she makes sure that she stays in balance so that she's able to discern her intuition, her inner voice from everybody else's that she's able to sense, because she's sensitive enough so she can feel people whether or not they have her best interest in heart, but she doesn't let it fuck her up. She knows what to do with that information instead of take it within and let it get her cortisol pumping. She doesn't get herself stressed. She doesn't have a panic attack about it. She just sits there and doesn't say anything and observes and knows what to do. Like
Aries should be feeling very confident going into
this is some quiet strength. Aries, you're getting a gangster lesson how to sit, observe, pick a time of action, choose your battles wisely, and not get seriously fucked up over anybody right now. So that's really hard to do as an Aries stellium myself. Like, it's hard to not take things personally, but you know, you're being able to be wise about it and understand that your place is going somewhere. Like, you're going places and doing things and accomplishing things regardless of what people think is really good. Like, good for us.
All right, Taurus. The Star. So this is kind of like a Make-A-Wish card. Like, I don't really know what else to say besides like ta-da. Like, that's what comes to mind.
Well, it's Major Arcana, and I wish I could remember what number the star card is. I'm bad at Roman numerals, so bad. Yeah, right? But it is ruled by Aquarius, so this is another fixed sign. So maybe it's bringing new enlightenment, some new sort of intellectual
something
air. Oh yeah. Okay, so this is really creating and manifesting energy. This is knowing how to pull what you want out of thin air, using all of the tools you have to and divine intervention, which the lemnis gate it represents. So this is being guided by God or goddess or intuition or your teams to a more functional and more fluid and fluid and more like abundant.
Me as an actual Taurus, I have been feeling a little bit more creative lately.
I mean, look at this card. This is fluid and fertile and just having light in the darkness and being able to take your inspiration and doing something with it. It's having a lot of intellectual power. So this is a really great combination. You can't get any much better than this for manifesting and making sure that you're in alignment for making what you want happen. Absolutely. To come true. So
probably a good time if you're good at manifesting. This will be A++ time for you, probably.
You're doing a good job, Taurus.
Gemini.
You're taking a rest. You're just seriously... Well, Gemini risings and Gemini energy, you know, maybe this is a time to not take things so intellectually hard. Like, you might actually get to a place where you're in that meditative zone and your space is in a holy, reverent quietude, that you're finally getting the monkey mind to slow down.
This card reminds me a lot of kind of like laying in a tanning bed, especially for this going into Leo right now, and they're just sitting there, like laying there, like kind of like meditating and like just taking it all in, taking in the rays, just enjoying themselves. Like, they're straight up getting their bronze on.
Okay.
Look, like I pulled the magician.
So you're just, basically your mental space is in such a freeing zone that you're in the receptive mode. You're able to receive messages from spirit, and it's making you able to turn your thoughts into things without really even trying that hard. It's right. Easy.
It's being one with your thoughts and coming over here, and with the magician over here, like, he's making things happen. So really, as long as you are stable, clear in the way you're thinking with this new moon, you could be making things happen. like really for yourself that you've been really wanting. You just got to get into the right state of mind.
You're just getting focused. You're doing walking meditation. You're doing all kinds of meditation, actually. And you're channeling and focusing your attention to what really matters during this moon. So
making magic.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with this. This is, you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing.
This is super fruitful energy, and I'm really loving it. Because
I love it too.
People are really coming to
harnessing this and using it for their advantage. It's good.
Love it. All right, Cancer 2022. Okay, let's pull out something for you. This card. Oh, the Ace of Swords. There's good, like something new. Like,
since it's air energy, it's definitely intellectual.
Like new ideas.
It's thoughts, patterns, speech. You might be starting a new habit of writing every day.
But it's powerful. With this being an ace, it's powerful. Let's see what she's got.
We over here have the Four of Pentacles, so you're keeping your new ideas to yourself. You're not expressing them outwardly. You're stacking them up and you're weighing them and making sure that nobody can steal them, basically. So you're having a lot of fertile moments where you're actually having good ideas and new new types of thoughts are coming to you, but you're not letting anybody know about it yet. You're being kind of stingy with that, and there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes your energy gets drained if you...
This card reminds me of like a mother hen sitting on her eggs, in a way.
Yeah.
It really does. It reminds me of like just bringing everything together and just putting into that energy.
In this sense, yeah, sometimes this card can be miserly in a shitty way, but this is more in a protective zone with making sure your ideas don't get exploited without your permission.
Right.
You want to consent. So,
right. Don't open your, if you are coming up with any good ideas, like any, just brilliant, like just don't open your mouth. Because things can get stolen.
Keep your mouth shut.
And taken away from you, and you can end up losing because
you want to act on what you're creating mentally by keeping it to yourself, writing it actually down, so it will manifest. Put it in writing.
You're putting it into the universe.
Shh, don't tell anybody what you're doing. Don't tell anybody what you're doing. Okay?
Love it. All right, she's got you for Leo. How's Leo doing for this Leo moon? I don't know. I'm gonna freestyle. Not really.
You can always try. It's good. It's real fun.
Well, let's see what cards get pulled and see if I can do anything.
Are you tired? You feeling kind of like amplified, being yanked and back and forth in this retrograde energy?
Tired, rather be admired.
Not bad. It's got a headache. This is a 9 of Wands. I want to see the other card, but this is super usually like indicative of just having to defend things and being sick and tired of it and being rather exhausted and having a little bit of a headache. Like you've almost had your hands full for a minute and you're almost at your last straw, but you still got a little bit of fight left.
Okay, so I pulled the King of Pentacles. This could be an earth sign. This is someone who is well situated. This could be a masculine energy. I'm feeling like, though, with what is this, the 9 of Wands? With the 9 of Wands, I feel like somebody could be holding money over your head in a way, Leo. money is causing an issue, but it's someone in a larger position than you. That's the one that's kind of keeping everything in control, and it's causing you to have anxiety.
That makes so much sense. Like, maybe you feel like you have to justify your wants and needs, or justify things that cost money to somebody. That makes you feel defensive about wanting things in the first place that you probably deserve. And maybe, you know, like, it's an authority figure. It could be a father, or it could be somebody in your life that has earth placements. So, Capricorn, Virgo, you know, I'm not getting too much Taurus energy off of this. Maybe more Capricorn and Virgo. But you never know. So this is definitely Leo, and, you know, earth signs are just not meshing well. You're feeling a little bit beat up, tired. You feel tried, and like you're tired of just basically defending yourself and coming up with excuses and reasons. Okay, so we just got a weird warning on
Pause. Interesting. Hopefully we still get that.
I assume the camera quality is going to be fine.
Yeah.
It didn't say it was going to shut down.
Didn't mean that. But that was pretty much the end of Leo. And now
everything's overwhelmed, even the camera.
Yeah, it just said it was too hot. And well, hey, for Leo,
it is really hot.
You know,
maybe you're just
Leo's feeling tired. He'd rather be admired. He's got a boss who's getting in the way of his desires.
There you go. Shit. You got to rhyme, Leo. You're welcome.
26:51. All right, Virgo. Can't guarantee if I can spit any rhymes for you. But we'll see.
I was listening to Rick Levin this morning. He was talking about Virgos being the most unearthly sign of them all because they're ruled by Mercury, and it's like Aries Earth. Earth is more stodgy and a little bit less flexible, and Virgos are the ones that are the most flexible and the most intellectual of them all. So when you get a Virgo, it's a nice mix of air and earth. It's just, well, it was just longer than that, but I don't know.
Virgo, you got the Queen of Swords. I feel like I tend to get this.
Earth and air.
Yeah, like, for you guys a lot. So basically exactly what she was just saying.
Weird.
Is the Queen of Swords. She tends to be a bitch. She tends to...
At least in her shadow moments.
Right.
She can fly off the handle.
But very intelligent, knows exactly what she wants, how she wants it, the way she wants it. I tend to call this her picky.
She's nitpicky.
Yeah.
Super nitpicky. And yeah, the Page of Swords. So this is probably two people. This is a younger person and an older woman that's probably, you know, if she does have kids, she's probably divorced. So this could be a mother or son, or somebody that is like in a very interesting like age range of a dating relationship. This dude is watching the Queen, and she's like, yeah, I know, I thought I cut you off already. Like, I'm not getting too much love. They're just somebody.
I'm picking up on an. I don't know why I did that. I'm picking up on like an enabling vibe from this. Like, I don't know if this person's being the enabler or being enabled, but I'm feeling enablement, if that's a word.
Yeah, somebody doesn't like their feelings and wants to sort of project. Yeah, I don't know who it is, though. I can't tell if it's him or her. But I feel like they both play the game, maybe. Blame game, or some sort of back and forth intellectually that isn't really going anywhere. It's kind of like a circle jerk. I don't know what they want. I don't think they know what they want. I think he wants her attention, and she's not giving it to him because they won't even look at each other. But he's watching.
It's almost like they're mirroring each other in a way, if you look at it. Like, they're both kind of like looking away. I know my fingers are in the way. They're both looking away from each other, but they both are holding a sword up in the air.
I'm wondering if there's a giant misunderstanding between these two. And it needs to be cleared up during this moon.
Maybe.
Fun fact, this moon on my arm that I got is a Leo moon. It happened to be the moon in Leo.
That's interesting. Good fact for them to know.
It's a new moon, too. Like, coming out of a new moon.
Alright. Libra. I can't believe I freestyled for Leo teensy bit.
That was cute. Libra, I just felt like I was on a roller coaster and I was dropping off the edge. So we'll see how these cards go.
Dropping off the edge because
of the world.
The whole world in your hands.
This could be because you're being pushed out into the world and you're not used to it. It does feel like you're sort of taking a wild jump off of a cliff. But it's what you're meant to be doing right now. You're not meant to be behind closed doors. So Libra, you're on an adventure. Your encounter with these fixed energies, which are really strong right now, are going to give you a feeling where you actually might want to go out more, see people, talk to people, network. And I would say it's a good idea so far from this single card alone.
It's a new day. It's a new dawn.
Double Arcana. Major Arcana.
Yes.
So, fabulous.
This is like,
Leo card.
Yes.
So this is your time to shine. Literally, like, you have to go out and express yourself. Put your feelings out there. It's time to shoot your shot. If you got somebody in mind that you like, as long as they're single. Anyway, no boundaries be broken here.
If you're single,
go
out and mingle.
This is like maybe you meet somebody and actually get knocked up, if that's what you want, or you have a new idea and you have a partnership come along so that everybody can get what they want out of it. This is fertile. It's fun. It's exciting. It's assigned. It's kind of fate because of the world card, and the sun card put together is just feeling really, really good about this. But there's not as much you can do to stop this. You might as well jump in with 2 feet.
It kind of like, I get like almost like the vision like of a wildfire, but it's in a super positive way. Like, I don't know how to, like, it's on fire. It's clearing stuff out, and a whole bunch of news about to pop right up.
I like it.
Alright. Sagittarius. I pull first right. Eight of Cups. So, Sagittarius, you could be with this new moon energy. It could be leading you to walk away from something. Ideally, hopefully something better. You could be having to walk away from something you do enjoy, but ideally you could be coming across something you're going to enjoy 10 times more.
You got the Wheel of Fortune on the other side here, so
lots of opportunities.
It's not that you're even like walking away from something, and it's like it's sad for everybody else in the situation that you're leaving behind, but you're not feeling shitty about this. You're actually feeling like you're meeting your destiny, and you're stoked about it. So you're engaging with these fixed energies in a very stable, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, there's this good word.
I don't know.
Fortuitous is a good way. So there's like just a massive fortune for fortuitous,
You could be an important person in your community, getting ready to move somewhere new. You know, people are gonna miss you, but you're moving on to bigger and better things. You could be leaving a job that you enjoy, but you've gotten an opportunity somewhere else. And
the Jupiter card, it's what you need right now. Jupiter is in Sagittarius, so it's going to be blowing up. Travel, adventure, exploring new information, meeting new people. There's nothing you don't love about all of that. So you're actually really in your element right now, and there's nothing wrong with that. So
if you're, offered a chance to go on a new, if you're offered a promotion, and if you're like, take it.
It tried to come in reverse, and I turned it upright because we already had the 8 of Cups there, and we're already feeling like you've experienced the bottom of the barrel, and you're on your way back up, and you've been needed to be here for a long time. So you're finally getting a bit of a reprieve, a little bit of rest, some accomplishment feelings, some blessed break that you've needed for a minute.
So I'm seeing almost like a slingshot, like you are being slingshot into the next chapter. All right, Capricorn. Let's see what the Leo new moon's got for you. She's gonna pull first.
I was watching a music video yesterday, and it was it was Depeche Mode, and I think it might have been Enjoy the Silence, maybe. But there was a king on a hill in the middle of the Highlands of Scotland, and he was sitting on a mountain, and it reminded me so much of this card, but it was also giving me big Capricorn energy because he was sitting there alone at the top of a hill with that look on their face, So you're feeling like the boss. You're feeling like you're in control of some shit.
Yeah, I was about to say, I feel like Capricorn's finally starting to get somewhere. Like, they feel like they're finally...
You're feeling a little bit brand new.
And I pulled Death for you. And I actually got a really good feeling when I pulled this card. Like,
so
shitty times are coming to an end, and you are coming within your power of who you are supposed to be. It's taken a little bit of time. You've had to make certain moves here and certain moves there, but you're actually finally starting to think a little bit ahead. Instead of only going one move at a time, you're actually starting to think 5 steps ahead, and you're actually now
really starting to feel like you're more in your element.
Absolutely. That's exactly.
You had to put to rest some things that weren't serving you, and you've done... All the Capricorns I know have made leaps and bounds to build a new life for themselves in a very either literal way or figurative ways, but they've all taken giant leaps to really, 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 really take self-control and manifest brand new energy, which was exactly what they needed because they were sinking. So I'm really proud of you, Capricorns. You're doing a great job. I don't know what else to say.
Whatever you're doing, keep it up.
You're just winning so good. Just, don't be hard on other people, maybe, is all I can say, because that Emperor energy can be a little harsh on other folks that are in your circle. So maybe if they're not kicking as much ass as you, try not to, condescend to them a little bit. Try not to be condescending. Be a little humble. That's all I got.
Be humble.
Sit down on your throne and be humble.
All right, Aquarius. Ew, I got the Tower for you.
Didn't we get that last time for Aquarius?
I honestly don't know. This card is pretty much exactly what it does look like. It does look like that shit is hitting the fan. But depending on what she does pull... Okay. Knight of Cups.
Somebody's bringing you a message full of feeling, and it's gonna probably tear your life apart. There's a possibility that this is a knight, and knights bring news. This is a cup this is a message that's full of emotion. Okay, like this is not necessarily like, it's maybe not looking like the best news, you guys. Like, I don't know. This is something that could tear apart the very foundations of what you think you know.
If you are feeling like you are experiencing a tower moment now, there's also a chance that a message could be brought to you to turn everything around.
That's...
it could go either way, just depending on,
how are you feeling it? Are you feeling this now or later? Like,
yeah.
You'll know if you're that person.
But if you are going through a shitty situation right now, you're just feeling a little bit down in the dumps, you know, you could just be, things are not going great. This could be something in the mail. This can be a person.
A text,
a phone call, but somebody's gonna come along and hopefully turn everything around.
Hopefully it's in the direction of positivity, because the Tower is one of the most disruptive cards. It's Mars, the Mars card. Mars is good at destroying things before they get better. So maybe if it does
the darkest before it gets to dawn.
If it does get destroyed, celebrate that, because it didn't mean to be lasting anyway. It wasn't really meant to be. So I'm sorry. I wish I had better.
Help is a coming. All right.
Pisces time.
Pisces. I just wanted to quote, what's his name? The peace dealer just now, and be like, alright, Pisces, if you're feeling this way, give me a fire emoji.
I love peace dealer. He's the best.
Alright.
Yo, so we have a friend who's a Pisces that just stopped drinking. I want to congratulate him. Good job, dude. It sounds like it's temporary, but like just doing that much is a big deal.
We'll
so
see
good
where
job.
the road takes you. Magician again.
Good, finally, you guys are actually on your shit. You're doing the right thing. According to this card anyway, hopefully there's not an indication of it being a trickster energy. How's it looking over there? Oh!
You are making moves. This, whatever you just did,
you're
Pisces,
lit.
and what you're doing right now with this new moon, you are in master manifesting mode.
You're doing
right?
good.
We really don't that often pull double cards, but when we do, we know it's significant.
Your desires are on point with your focus, so you're actually able to create what you want coming in, and you're doing it in spades. You're doing it like with both hands. You're able to manipulate whatever you want to come into your sphere right now just with your desire alone, which is great magic for Pisces to actually be in tune with. Good job.
Yeah,
I don't have much else to say.
No,
this is divine guidance. You're in tune with the spirit, in tune with your soul, your consciousness, your...
I imagine, like, with us both pulling the Magician, it's like this figure with, like, two fireballs almost in his hand, and it's like he is almighty powerful and he can do fucking anything right now. This Leo new moon is going to be magical, I really feel like. There's for Pisces
an Ouroboros around this guy's waist, which is a snake eating its tail, which is destruction is creation energy. Then you have the limnoscate on his head, which is divine guidance. Then you have the scroll over here in his hand, which is word, the truth, it's instruction.
Yes.
Then we have emotions and on the table, and cups, and then we have a sword on the table, which is intellect, and then we have riches on the table, which is also the pinnacles, and then we have the wands, which is your fire, your creation, your passion. You have everything at hand right now that you need to make things bloom for you, and it looks like you're hell-bent on doing it.
No, this new moon is the energy that you've been waiting for.
Good job, Pisces.
If you're trying, like, if you got big plans right now, this moon is exactly what you needed to get everything to that final spot.
You're doing it.
Awesome. That was so awesome.
So
overall, the Oracle card, we always pull one. You know, she kind of went over it at the beginning real quick. This is from the Ask and
It Is Given cards
by Esther and Jerry Hicks.
From the Teachings of Abraham.
There you go.
And this card says, behind my every desire is my desire to feel good. And what this says is, there is no desire that anyone holds for any other reason than that they believe they will feel better in the achievement of it. Whether it is a material object, a physical state of being, a relationship, a condition, or a circumstance, at the heart of every desire is the desire to feel good.
Everything you do as a person and every thought you have, normally it is to benefit the next step.
What's the next step? It's to feel better about something. If it's to have a full fridge, it's to feel better because you don't have food.
Clothes shopping.
If you want to go clothes shopping, it feels good to have money in the bank and you want more money to do that. That's your desire. So everything, it feels good. Everything that you require in your life, it feels good to have your bills paid. You know, it feels good to have a cooled house in 100-degree weather. Like,
right. It feels good to have a clean bed.
Everything that we make choices on in life, all root down to feeling good. And I liked this card for this moon because Leo energy is 100% in tune with the vibration of feeling good. It's playful. It's
warm.
It's fun. It's loving. And it likes attention. Let's not lie.
What makes plants grow?
All of this, the sun, attention, making sure that, you know, the roots aren't being tangled and choked. It makes, you know, the earth happy to be like having it tilled around the plant.
Right.
So, you know,
we're basically houseplants with emotions, you know? You've probably heard that before. But everything you do, you going outside and watering that plant is so you can not only make your plant happy, but if it produces fruit or something like that later down the road is something you want. You want that fruit, therefore you got to take steps A, B, and C to get to your D, and that's what you want.
So basically, what this card is trying to say as a tie-in to everything that we just said in each card, except for maybe Aquarius, I don't know. They want to feel the most good out of them all, really.
I feel like the Magician card kind of ties in with this.
For sure. Like the Magician card kept coming out. So Aquarius is the one that probably wants to feel good the most, but every sign wants to feel really, really good, genuinely. So the way to start creating that is to concentrate on what it is that does make you feel good and what makes you feel bad. Take everything else out. How do I feel? Good or bad? Good or bad? Good or bad? How do you feel about waking up this morning?
I feel good.
I felt bad. I wanted to sleep more. There you go. It's simple like that. So.
And you know what? I woke up and she was in a bad mood.
I did.
Because you woke up bad. If you would have woke up good, you would have been in a good mood.
And you know how you wake up good? Is you go to bed the night before with intention to feel good. And last night, I was not very clear on my intention to feel good this morning. So really, I want to feel good, but if I don't clear up my vibration ahead of time and prepare for that, then it's going to be even harder to slow my roll and change the day. And as the day has gone on, I've been able to make sure that my emotions have been in check and I stopped being as irritable.
You've been able to take those steps to get to your want.
And the reason why that was able to be done is because I've been practicing. And I looked myself in the mirror and I said, what do you want? I said, before I got in the shower, I was like, would you want to feel good today? Do you want to have a good day? And I was like, yeah. I'm like, okay, then we're going to have a good day. It's that easy.
And we got out the door. Wasn't even 8 o'clock yet. We went, we harvested some sage, and our day got off to a good start from there.
We saved it from a lot that was about to be
It gets bulldozed every once in a while, so.
Any minute now, it's about to be bulldozed, and that sage can make a lot of people's homes cleansed and happy, so we just made sure that we could get as much as, was sane this morning. And anyway, so our desire is to help ourselves and others. So our maintenance is in the concentration of making sure that our cup is full.
If our cups aren't full, we can't help.
If we don't feel good, we can't turn around and do these videos. We wouldn't be in the right vibration.
We hope that these words bring you some clarity, some advice, just a little bit of a direction, giving you an idea of what to expect and how to just obtain it, I guess.
Take care of your hearts, take care of your chakras, do some alignments.
Right.
Listen to some solfeggio frequencies on YouTube. Right. Get your mind right, get your feelings right, and really, really concentrate on bringing in what it is you do want, because almost every single sign has had a really good, significant amount of manifestation energy pop out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even Aquarius, you've manifested. I'm sticking on that because it was the Tower card, okay? Well, yeah, that was not great.
No, the Tower card came first, and then the Knight came. If the Knight came first and then the Tower, I'd say that's definitely coming. Like, you're leaving the shitty, you're gonna get screwed. But we just did a podcast a few days ago. That link will be down in the description box below. That kind of touches a little bit on.
I mean, it's from, you have to, at this moment, I intend on advertising those podcasts. They're on Podbean currently. I will put the Podbean link, but right. As I spoke to the main dude, Chuck, and he said he was going to try to get them on Spotify. So as soon as I know that they're on Spotify, I'll let everybody else know as well. So keep in touch on That Fucking Angel on Instagram for the news, and or Facebook if you'd like to follow us there.
And this was the Booze and the Dudes season opener. We kind of touched a little bit more on how tarot works. We answered some questions for them, and then we went into another podcast called The Bizarre and the Unexplained,
where we talked about Aleister Crowley.
Yeah, so that's something a little bit different.
It was really fun. I love working with those guys.
We touched a little bit on his natal chart, to kind of adjust why he is the way he is. But that is your Leo new moon, July 31st reading by the angel that says fuck. All right, and we will see you on our next video.
Oh, if you want some sage bundles, go to Uptown Wine Merchant.